Yes, guys, welcome to Primetime Analysis. I am your host, Victor Onyango. Now, Franklin D. Roosevelt once said that in politics, nothing happens by an accident. And if it happens, you can be sure it was planned that way. We know that the Political Parties Dispute Tribunal has today made a ruling that if you look at it from the face of it, it seems to favor the faction of Uhuru Kenyatta and Jeremiah Kioni. In this ruling, the Kanini Kega faction has been barred from making formal communications over the party affairs. They have also been barred from conducting their planned National Delegates Conference. The order also goes further to ensure that there can never be any communication between this group and the political parties, registrar of political parties. Many of political pundits have opined that this is a ruling that could, in one way or the other, put President Uhuru Kenyatta higher as a winner in one way or the other. But for me, I want us to look at it differently, because I have told you that in politics, nothing happens by an accident. And if it happens, then you should be sure that it was planned that way. First of all, we must know that the President of the Republic of Kenya is William Ruto. I also want to remind you that the person with executive powers is William Ruto. The Commander-in-Chief of Armed Forces is William Ruto. And therefore, knowing the kind of politics that we have in our country, would it be in order for you to argue that William Ruto has lost? I want us to look at it on a different angle. And I want us to dissect it in a way that at the end of the day, we are going to be convinced that this is how it was planned. Before we delve deeper, let me take this opportunity, first of all, to appreciate all our viewers, those who have taken time to subscribe to our channel. We thank you for the great support that you're giving us. Surely, you've showed a lot of confidence in us, and we are also promising you that we shall continue giving you good and best content around. Thank you, and let's begin. Now, I want us to look at four things or four reasons why the ruling by Political Parties Dispute Tribunal was planned to be this way by William Ruto. First of all, the timing. This is a wrong time to fight the war over Jubilee Party. We know that there are a lot at stake for William Ruto if he won that war. Because first of all, the over 7 billion in parties fund that Jubilee Party has would be under their control. They would also have total control of the members of parliament. And then again, it would also serve his ego as a way to show that he has won and he has revenged what President Uhuru Kenyatta did for him earlier during 2022. And therefore, William Ruto looked at it and he realized that the timing is wrong. If by any means he went ahead and the ruling by Political Parties Tribunal was in favor of the Kanini Kega faction, then they went ahead to undertake their NDC. It would be an open secret that William Ruto is the one fighting this war. And therefore, to cool off and to stop any hostilities that are going on, his main agenda was to ensure that while he has won in all fronts, now when it comes to Political Parties Dispute Tribunal, he wants to put a break so that he undertakes his critical responsibilities. You know that William Ruto has received a lot of criticism in terms of how the economy is doing. And Kenyans all over are tired and are crying with different cries all over. So one thing that he wanted to do is that for those in central Kenya who believe that Jubilee is their political party, he did not want to continue hurting them more. The timing is wrong, and therefore he would not want to proceed fighting this war right now. He has a serious issue ahead of him, and tomorrow the bill on finance bill is being brought back to parliament for the third reading, and therefore he did not want politics to dirty this most important affair. He did not want politics to take control of what is going to go on in the parliament. The second reason why I think this ruling was planned this way by William Ruto. First of all, William Ruto, since he got into office, he has opened many battlefronts. He has been fighting all over, more so when it comes to central Kenya. He has been fighting with the issues of Mungiki. He has been fighting with the issues of alcohol and drug abuse. He has been fighting to clear his image in terms of tribal appointments that are majorly directed towards Kalenjins. So, as a way to cool off and avoid any hostilities, he did not want this war to proceed. And if you ask me, I think this is a way of him withdrawing from that war secretly, because he has a lot of things to fight for. The Kenyans are crying all over. Life has become very unbearable. Will he go to fight over Jubilee, or will he go to find a strategy of creating better opportunities for Kenyans to find a living? So for me, he started to cool off his war that he had with Jubilee and that which he had with Uhuru Kenyatta. While he is vengeful and he has plans to revenge in many other things, for me, I think that he is in a precarious position, that he cannot survive to kill another party and at the same time continue to inflict pain on Kenyans in terms of high taxation and high cost of living. So this is also another strategy to end and to put off fires that he has lit all over in different sectors in this country. The third reason why I think this is a strategy that William Ruto planned to end this way is that we know that one of the conditions that Azimio put for the bipartisan talks to proceed was that he must end hostilities against political parties associated with Azimio. And if you remember, about last week, Kanini Kega faction wrote to Azimio, and they were saying that what do they want to do? They want to dissociate themselves from Azimio. This was a direct attack. And every Kenyan knowing that this war has been led by William Ruto, it would point for him that he does not respect the agreement that they have had with Azimio so that Kenya can be peaceful and they can find a way to negotiate. So for me, this is a strategy for him to concede in one way or the other to the Azimio demands. So he will make it look like they tried to fight, but the courts saved them. That is also marked by the issue where the court also wants to redeem its image. So if you look at these two scenarios, you would understand that William Ruto has decided to tone down, not to proceed with that fight as he was doing earlier, so that he can have space to govern the country. And the fourth one is the impending demonstrations. William Ruto did not want to anger Kenyans by looking more interested in political party leadership. If they proceeded with this event and the Kanini Kega faction proceeded to hold their NDC, it would be open that William Ruto has decided to kill political party independence in this country. Kenyans and civil society organizations will know that there is no other space for Kenyans to communicate, because if they can raid each and every party, They have gone and taken over they have gone and taken over UDM. They have gone and taken over Jubilee. They have also gone and poached some members of ODM and put into their camp. Do you think multi-party democracy will work in the country? So for me, he has looked at how things are going. He is looking at what is going to come in future. He is going to be found in a hard place because life is going to continue being hard. Kenyans are going to continue being hungry. And they will know that if we had political parties that would fight for us, and this president has taken control of all these parties, who can speak for us again? The anger in Kenyans can build up. And what can they do? They can go to the streets. So for me, I think this was a game that was planned. And William Ruto has planned it to end in a way that it looks like the courts have saved us. But from my end, this is what he has decided to do from now henceforth. And I have a feeling that the ruling that is going to come from Political Parties Dispute Tribunal at the end of the day is going to favor the Uhuru Kenyatta faction and Jeremiah Kioni, because it is a way in which William Ruto is washing his hands away from that nasty fight to have space to run the country. So that is my perspective, and that is why I believe it was a strategy that was planned to end this way, and not that William Ruto has lost in any way. In fact, it is not even a blow to William Ruto himself. He understands everything. He is briefed of intelligence on anything that is going to happen. So even that ruling that was released, he knows. And if you know, do you think out of all the things that have been captured in this country, Political Parties Tribunal could be the only thing that is not captured? That's not the truth. So we must understand the game that William Ruto is playing. That's my perspective. You might also have another third option or another way that you think that thing happened. Please, if you have that, talk to us down in the comment section, and also consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell so that every time we make such videos, you get notified. Thank you, and let's meet in our next video. Thank you.